Here's what I found on the web for how do I get Dat Stank.
All right, so I got some topics here that we can talk about. So I don't know. Did you guys have any?
Talk about.
Give me a
talk
different
about
intro.
that we can talk about.
All right, can we make this a second? Give me something to talk about.
Yeah.
Talking about.
Yeah.
I give them something to talk about.
I give 'em something about love. Who does that one?
It's Sheryl Crowe, right? No.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. I always get Sheryl Crowe.
Yeah, no,
and
you-
Shania
Counting
Twain.
Crows.
I always get Sheryl Crow and Shania Twain mixed up.
I think that's Cheryl.
Cheryl? Or
That's
is it-
got Cheryl's DNA.
Who does Man? It feels like
That's
a woman.
Shania Twain.
Oh yeah, that's why I get it mixed up. I like that
Will you
one better.
sing it? Like,
I mean, you're comparing fucking apples and oranges.
Man,
dude.
it feels like a woman.
It's not. It
feels like a
You just
woman.
made it weird and pervy, Dave.
Oh, it feels like a woman.
Oh, it feels like.
That
I
was my
feel
version.
like a
That
woman.
was my version that I
like
sang
that.
as a kid.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the most original tune I've heard in a
No,
while.
growing up, that's what I changed it to. I
Yeah.
would sing that one in the shower.
Yeah, you just had to change it. You couldn't bear to.
I was a creative kid. What can I say?
These lyrics are
You're
trash.
like, I'm not gonna say I feel like a woman.
no, dude. Come on, and it's a hot track.
That is a.
Let's be honest, dude. It's like it's so.
But you feel like the
Like when you-
complexity.
Dude, I like the pre-chorus. It's short and sweet, and she's like, "The best thing about being a woman is our prerogative to have a little fun." Yeah, that's a fun. Yeah, I mean, we all love that part. That's obvious.
Come on,
but
dude,
that pre-chorus is.
honestly, if you guys decided to do
That's
the
an
whole
all-time
song
great
right there, if you
pre-chorus.
decided to do the whole chorus, I would have done it. I would have committed to the entire thing. That's how fun that song
It
is.
is great. It's good.
Wedding Smash.
Is that the one? Oh no. Don't impress me much is the one where
I
she's
don't
in the
impress.
leopard print.
That's
In
Shania
the
Twain as
video,
well?
yeah,
So
that's
what the
Shania
fuck
Twain.
did
as
Sheryl Crow do? Because she's
Dude,
garbage.
Sheryl Crowe,
Dude.
Compared to Shania
Dude.
Twain, man, it feels like a woman, and
Dude.
that don't impress me.
It's still, man, it feels like a woman. No, Sheryl Crow's got hits, dude.
Yeah. First of all,
What does she
Dave.
got? What does she
First
got?
First of all, she's on that Kid Rock song, Picture.
That song fucking
Is a hit.
sucks.
Come on.
No, but that's a big hit.
Come
That's the one you're
on.
coming at me with of all
No,
the songs.
That's what I'm starting it off with,
Okay.
Dave. Okay. We're getting there.
Yeah,
But, you know.
I don't know.
Yeah, they're both right now on their phones trying to
damn
find
it,
a good
Dave.
Sheryl Crow
You got-
song.
No, they're mad
No,
good Sheryl
this should
Crow.
prove my point, I think.
No.
You guys don't even
No,
know
just
one,
because
and you
we
just
don't
named
know
two
one.
Shania Twain songs off the top of your head.
But that's just us, okay? We can't speak for just.
No,
We don't
but
account-
you guys are saying that Sheryl Crow had some bangers.
Soak up the sun.
Did
Soak up the sun.
Yeah, soak up the sun.
Okay,
exactly.
okay,
Oh.
If
okay.
it makes you happy,
Okay,
amazing
okay.
song.
Come on.
So I feel like they're very similar styles, though. Like I don't know.
No. And Sheryl Crow like writes and plays and shit.
That's true. And
Wait,
she was
who was
married
the other
to-
girl
she's,
before? Who was the other woman that we were talking
She's married to
Shania
Eric Clapton.
Twain.
She's
Oh,
married
yeah,
to Eric
yeah,
Clapton
yeah.
too.
No, I'm giving it to
You didn't know that?
Cheryl. Stylistically. You know? Come on.
You're giving it to Sheryl Crow?
If it makes you. That sounds
I mean,
crazy.
that shit's crazy.
Oh yeah, that
That's
one's
alright.
that one.
All I wanna do.
Oh yeah, that's a big song.
Ooh,
Yeah, she's
that
kinda
one's
good.
too.
Leaving Las Vegas. That's a good song.
That one never did it for me.
That's a good song,
never
dude.
did it for me. You got me on every single one except for that one.
That was so funny. That was so
Every other one I was like, oh damn, that was a good one. Leaving Las Vegas, I can live without that one. I'll be honest.
Fuck, dude, that
God.
was too much. Oh, every day is a winding
Oh,
road.
dude, that's a good one. That's a good song.
It's so
Oh,
funny
she
how
did have a lot
those
more than
titles
Shania
you
Twain
read them
then.
and they come
Big
right back.
time.
Yeah. Well, she was a
Although she kind of, you know, she missed me too. a little
Shania
bit.
Twain was like a couple. She had like a one big album, right? Like it was one. She wasn't around for
She
a
had
while.
3
Was she?
hit songs. I thought. I don't know.
Shania?
Like,
We're gonna
Cher-
talk about Shania now.
Yeah, let's
Do
move
I
on.
gotta
No.
Google her too.
No.
No,
I'm saying I think that she didn't have that much longevity, but
No, we got to do it. Let's be thorough here.
Yeah, I mean,
this is going to come out as
In
a
case
separate
you really
bonus
care.
episode.
In case you
Sheryl
really
Crowe versus
care about
Shania
this.
Twain. Okay, so
We might as
this
well
is
do
going to be
the-
for the Patreons.
Yeah, we'll do the lifting here. We got you.
Okay, this is the album cover I remember. Love gets me every time. Don't be silly. You're still the one I love.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Okay, that's
big.
yeah, that's
big.
come on.
That's a
She's throwing some heat
major
there.
hit.
I'll tell you.
Oh my God! Oh,
What do you-
from this moment, from this moment on,
Wait, how does that one go again?
from this moment.
Yeah. That one's a little slow, a little cheesy for me.
that big time ballad like
But
PLJ.
but
in
I get you. You can make
1995.
some sweet love to that. I
No,
agree.
it was 98, but still. Oh man, that don't impress me much. We said that one already, but that fucking video is classic.
Every video is hers good. Oh, actually, just those two songs that I like.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know any of these other records are off of like
How long has she been there?
How long has she been there?
what?
I mean, how long-
She
I'm
dropped. She dropped her debut. She been there, man.
She's been around, dude.
Dude, she's like fucking
Shania,
60,
dog.
I meant
bro.
to say how many albums has she had, and it came out as how long has she?
She's 54, bro. She's from Ontario.
All right, we got to address the topics at hand.
Okay,
All right.
so she dropped her first record
Chris really
in
wants to go deep on this.
1993. Shania Twain, self-titled debut.
Yeah.
Flop. No, I have no idea. But she has 5 records.
Okay, when was the last one done?
Last one was 2017.
Oh wow, so
The one
she's-
before that, 2002.
Oh, we got a
And then the
fucking
last
blow
3 in
dryer
the,
in our cans right now.
Is that Shania Twain?
Oh,
It's all good.
not.
Don't worry about it. You
Shania's
can't hear.
here.
You won't be able to hear it that much. I don't care, dude. We got.
Just use some ice.
We're in New York City. Things are happening. Hustle,
Fuck
bustle.
this Shania conversation though. Sheryl Crowe's
All right, bro.
better.
Yeah.
They're both really good.
I don't know, John.
My vote. Can we?
can all agree, and now we're moving on.
No. Wait. We didn't fucking agree on this.
We gotta have some people call in, dude. I think my dad's gonna want to weigh in on this.
Oh God. Okay. So first of all, let's get into some topics here. I actually posted a story on Instagram, and I asked people to ask for questions, and I didn't look at them at all yet. So
Oh fuck.
yeah. So let's get into some things I have written down here.
Great.
I mean, did you guys have any ones that really popped out at you that you wanted to talk about specifically before I just go into all of them?
Go in.
All right. So I
All right.
All right.
All right.
Good day, sir.
all right. So should you use a professional mastering engineer? I feel like this one comes up a lot for different people. And you see this a lot of people. A lot of people are like have a friend that's a mastering engineer, or they master it themselves.
That's kind of a tough one.
Yeah. Should you use a
Yeah.
professional mastering engineer?
If you're putting your songs out and you're putting money into visuals and marketing and doing all this shit and curating an artist image, abso-fucking-lutely. If you're just like, a producer making beats, you can probably get good enough to master them yourself.
Yeah, I think it's like it depends on what you're trying to achieve, right? Or what is it that you're working on? I think this
Right.
is, you're I would assume that you mean like maybe it's a project or it's a song or something that you would even be looking to get somebody who is a professional mastering engineer. But I guess it would depend on what your resources were and whether or not you.
Here's my thing. If you're going to get somebody to master your stuff, and I think especially if you mixed your own stuff, you should probably have someone master it. Even clients I mix for, I always tell them, like, I will master this for you,
I do the same thing.
but I recommend
Yeah, I
that
always
you
give 'em-
have someone master
I
it.
always give them a guy that I think should master it, and I tell them I would prefer that they send it to them. But yeah, if they want to master it, and I even I'll include it if I'm doing a project grade, especially I'll include it in the price, and I'll say I'll do it for free. But I would really, if you're spending this much money, it's worth it to invest in that extra whatever couple $100 a song to get another set of ears on it, another professional set of ears, another professional that mastering engineers you can get that have a lot of credits and a lot of
You
big
can get
names.
so much for your money.
Yeah, exactly. It's not that
The
expensive.
difference between like your friend and like a person with a shelf full of Grammys, it's not that big a difference. Like, it adds up if you're doing a lot of tracks, but man, if you're releasing singles, fucking treat yourself. You know, you work real hard on a mix.
Well, I think
get a really great mastering engineer. You're gonna geek out when you hear it. It's so fun.
It is fun when you get it back from a
Oh,
mastering
dude,
engineer.
there's nothing better than that.
And they just made it better. You're just like they took what I did and just enhanced it, and that's
it.
it's a really great feeling. But I think like so deciding on if you should use one, I think is it like Chris said, it depends on what you want to do with it, how much money you have, what's your goal as an artist, how many songs do you have that you know. Are you mastering just a single? Are you mastering an album? I think a lot of that stuff definitely factors into it. But if you're doing just a single and you have a song that you really like, you mixed it and you put a lot of work into it and you did it all in one room by yourself, then spend the $200 to give it to somebody else that has a really good set of ears and that really knows what they're doing and can make your art even better. It's not that much money, and if you're really serious, well, why wouldn't you do it? Especially for one song. If you're doing a single or a couple singles.
Yeah, Dave, you just quoted a price which is $200.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you did.
I think that's the going rate, though.
And I was about to say that's the price for like right around the price for really great people. Like, I don't want to, air people's business on what their rates are.
I have they have Grammys and platinum records.
That will get you so much.
Yeah.
Like,
then that's what I would recommend. That's what I recommend is they go to those guys, and the guy that I work with is around $200.
Yep.
So obviously you can get something cheaper, and I wouldn't though.
Well, you can get people with amazing resumes for cheaper, for sure. And yes, but go for it.
I guess. I mean, are there great mastering engineers with great resumes that are $100 a song?
I would say
I've never done that. I've never really
120 to 150. You can get some really good people. Yeah, I've gotten some people.
I've never shopped around.
Really crazy.
I've never shopped around. I've always just gone to
that.
Whatever. Look at who I like, what records I like, and just send it to one of them.
Yeah, I don't want to start talking about.
Yeah, we won't give any
people
names,
but yeah, there's a lot you can get.
I mean, basically look up who the top mastering engineers are, and you'll be able to find all of these people. So,
yep. And they all work with people.
They work with anyone. The people, if they are part of a studio, they have managers that deal with all the bookings, and so they'll take care of it. And it's
very
couple
easy
$100.
And
if you're doing one song, you should always. And if
you'll probably learn a lot too. Master it yourself. And then
that's
send.
what I was gonna say.
Yeah, and then A/B it, and you'll learn a bunch.
Definitely take it upon yourself to master it and go for it anyway. But if regardless of who or like what level of payment you have with these professional mastering engineers, you're still gonna get some context to like kind of just like
you're gonna learn something.
You're gonna listen and you're gonna be like, oh, okay, this is the potential of what I just did. So. Regardless, as long as you're at a place where you're like, okay, it's smart for me, like financially, to pay for my shit to get mastered,
which it should be if you're going to release a single. To be all honest, you should want to spend $200 investing in yourself.
But that being said,
there's
if
people
you
who don't do that.
Yeah, that being said, if you can't do that, or
get a job,
or you no, like if you're a kid, dude, and you're coming up and you're learning, or you have
stop being poor.
If you have a minimum wage job,
I'm just kidding.
Our heart goes out to you, fucking Bernie Sanders, baby. Like,
no, but if you don't have, if you are that hard up on money, then obviously just master it yourself. We're not talking to you.
Yes.
But yeah, I saw someone post recently too. I forget who the rapper was. I should know, but sorry, buddy. But
he's gonna be mad.
That someone was tweeted like, "Oh, you should learn how to whatever." It was somebody who was like pro, sort of like learn how to mix and master and before you start making music type of thing, or something stupid begin with. It was crazy.
Yeah,
maybe it was a little less crazy.
You got to start at what's smelling around.
But what's smelling around the internet?
That stinks.
That stinks like shit.
That is stinking.
But no, his point was that he doesn't know how to do anything really technically, and he has his track with like 100 million streams on it, and it would really nail it home if I knew his name. So
but that doesn't matter because there are 100 million people out there that mix and master their own stuff that have had a lot of millions of streams and millions of views. So that I don't think we've already known there's plenty
a lot of streams going around. A lot of streams.
People are streaming are like crazy. They're going upstream. They're going downstream. They're going every stream. No, but the obviously that it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of if a song is going to do well. But we're not. I'm not.
So then the answer comes back to get your shit professionally mastered so you can learn some shit.
And it's going to make your shit.
That's a good stage to bring it in. If you're trying to learn mixing and you're doing your own production, like your own mixing, your own production, that's a lot. Like that's what a lot of people are doing now, and that's a lot of like closeness to it. And sometimes you just need a little bit of outside perspective, and that's the perfect place in the process to bring that.
So
in.
do you think that it's
where do you get your most bang for your buck?
Do you think it's better to like go and try to get somebody who's a little bit like more expensive, a little bit more primo, a little bit like fancier as far as who they've worked with, or maybe you which I think in most circumstances, although you can get a mix, you probably can't sit behind him or talk to him or really.
That costs. Usually they charge extra for
That's
being
what I'm
in
saying.
person.
And even then, like these guys don't want to do it.
Right,
100%.
Most of the time
for them.
Yeah, they
don't.
really,
sure.
Whatever. I'm not gonna say don't do that.
That is true.
No, my point is though, but there are people that you could like,
just sit in and just be a fly on the
at
wall.
different
Don't give
stages,
me
right?
feedback.
Like maybe like because there's an in between, right? Like I learned basically the basis of what I know from you guys in a lot of this sense in the production and the mixing side. So it's like take that for example. It's like there are people if you surround yourself with.
Well, you're lucky
people.
enough to be friends with people that everyone that does that. Some people don't have any friends that do music, but that's hard. They got to go
Look,
to other
I tell you,
places.
it's probably the easiest way to make some friends. A lot of them are going to be really weird.
That's
a lot
true,
of them
you
you're
should.
not going to really want to chill with more than like 3 times a year.
It's
But you
true.
know what? They're
Yeah.
all great.
It's true. You should.
This is the way.
And
What do you
also,
mean?
musicians will like flock towards each other.
It's a
for sure.
different topic.
As long as you're, that's what we can talk about that for like 3 hours. But like,
Yeah, I would I said I would spend the $200. I mean, obviously the primo guy. I mean, I say $200 because that's the most I would spend on mastering.
I've spent more than that.
Really?
Yeah. My go-to guy who is like a very, very big guy, 210, and
that yeah, okay,
yeah,
that's probably right.
And then like there are certain places like certain guys. And it gets higher than this too, but $240 at a major New York mastering house.
Okay.
Former New York, now New Jersey and Nashville. But yeah.
trivia.
Yeah, I mean, so it's not going to be more than $300. I don't think anyone's
no way.
And album deals are going to be a lot less. They're going to go down. It's going to go down in price for when you do more songs. For singles, they're going to charge you more because then for singles basically they have to start from scratch. For an album, they're starting.
It's coming down from that a lot for an album.
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, we're talking strictly for singles, and even for multiple songs, you can get price. You can get money off of. It's not the same price. But yeah, I mean, if you have the money and you really want to, it's the thing I think what we haven't brought up yet, and what it really would help with, and yeah, you get a second set of ears, and yeah, they're gonna make it sound better, enhance it with compression and make it louder with limiting and all that stuff. But for a lot of new mixers and new producers, they're not gonna be able to hear some issues.
It's more about the EQ curve.
Yeah,
they're gonna throw on it than
they're gonna fix some of those EQ issues that are gonna make your tracks more playable universally.
When you first get your first few masters back from going to like a real established person and like stuff you've mixed for a very long time, and you get those first few masters back, it's like almost emotionally like difficult sometimes, like hearing it carved out like that.
Yeah.
And then like you give it a day and you're just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like it's like such a transformative vibe, like to hear somebody like really sculpt your sound, somebody who really knows. Like you should check it out if you've never.
But that's also, I mean, throwing on an additional little bonus add on to that is that's why I don't think Lander or any automated system can ever be that good, because these are artistic, creative decisions to an extent. Like you can get something good.
I've used Lander
You have
a bunch,
Wow. I feel
but
like
only because
to AB. I feel like everyone's
yeah,
using it to AB.
yeah,
Everyone is. That's where
of
they've made
course.
all their money, just to AB real masters.
well, what it was is our boy John, who we've worked with a bunch, had like a Lander account at the studio he worked at. And so it's like an all you can eat. So it's like $15 a month and you can just,
Wow.
So
What a deal.
so they would just zoop everything they were doing with Lander, which, works.
I mean, I guess if it's good, I don't know how
And
good
no,
it is.
it was like
pretty good.
I heard those tracks and I did mixes that got hit with that. And it was like,
bad.
it's good. I'm sure I can beat that though.
Yeah. Yeah. I would
Like-
assume
Like you can go figure it out. You can do better than that. Like
Well, I mean,
it is the human.
even
touch,
Ozone
for
9
sure.
and the guys that
dude.
they have the what is it, a reference assistant or something?
Yeah, they have new stuff like
Isotope, they were nice enough to give it to me. I haven't tried it out.
That's
enough
really
yet.
cool.
Yeah, but I hear good things about it, being able to dial in low end and stuff like that.
Yeah, I use sometimes in mastering that like Sound Theory Gullfoss EQ.
Right, you were
which-
telling me about that
another
too.
similar thing, and it's pretty fucking cool. It does some cool things. When I use it like very subtly, it does a nice thing that I like sometimes, Like it's cool to use those automated tools and
But they're never gonna do what that person in the room giving with his experience,
and also we're
expertise,
talking
and his
about
taste and ears.
a special type of person too, like a special type of
It's
person
just-
with a track record and with like really good ears.
And I think the track record shows his or hers tastes.
Yep.
And I think that's really what you're paying for.
Yes.